Would you deny the existence of God if they were a sentient wheel of cheese? Hi, welcome back. It's 2:50 in the morning. Because I didn't know when I could record. So I was like, yeah. Now it seems like a good time. I mean, it's never a good time to go through here. Let's be honest. It is a good time to get items, though. Die. You do a lot of damage. Ooh. So a good thing I can... No. Yes. Yeah, New Game Plus, good thing I can ignore everything. Because for some reason my brain is like, New Game Plus. You don't need to eat all the items anymore. Hi. How you doing? No. 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 I don't like how you have infinite FP. It's kind of terrifying. And also, you have lots of endgame magic. Which is very terrifying. I think my game just died for a second. Goodbye. And her dying will give us our Estus back. So we don't need to worry about that too much. And yeah. Hello. Oh my god. Oh my god, camera. Camera decided to die for a quick second. I have no idea what happened. You saw that? I did not touch the camera button at all. Literally didn't even touch it. That was all automatic. And also one of those was not the way I rolled, which... And also I jumped. Which... Anyways... I feel like the developers win. What if we took the first area and just cranked everything to 100? Which, it really wouldn't be that bad. And I mean, it really isn't that bad. It's just the infinite magic invasion that gets me. Because infinite magic's terrifying. Infinite magic, or infinite endgame magic. Something about that combination. And also you're fighting next to a death cliff. Where one wrong roll can be death. And sometimes the wrong rolls happen in these games. I mean, You coming? Apparently this guy uses a different katana from what he normally uses. Because he normally uses the Uchi katana. And these are like slightly different lengths and they have like a slightly different look or something. I really don't want to go in here with this chunk of health missing, but I also don't want to go in with 13 Estus. I'd rather go in with 13 Estus, though. But this boss is one of my favorites. He is terrifying. He's the tutorial boss, but on steroids. And... yeah, he's got the slams. He's got the kicks. the shoulder checks. He's got the slashes, he's got everything. Ow. And then he has phase 2. Which does a lot of damage. And has a lot of aggression. And costs a lot of stamina. And it's honestly mostly the stamina that makes me summon Swordmaster. Because I already have, like, an aggressive, high stamina usage playstyle. And so whenever there's a boss that takes a lot of stamina, it does not work well. And that's not a fault on the boss, that is absolutely a fault on my end. Because I like to just go endlessly. But it's terrifying. For how terrifying he is, I surprisingly don't die to him often. That's something I tend... Like, that's something I notice a lot, is I tend to die to the easy bosses more than the hard bosses. Yeah. And I think it's because I just respect the hard bosses because they're hard, but I don't respect the easy bosses. Also, right before starting, I leveled up FP again. And because I leveled it up once, that now means I have infinite FP. That's how this works. As dictated by something, probably. Probably. Right? Yeah. That feels right. It makes sense. The skybox is just black, and there's no music, and there's just like a soft little wind. And hi. Just like Infinite Magic Invader, there's a death pit right there. But unlike Infinite Magic Invader, I lure this guy to a safer place to fight. Again, just look at my stamina bar. That's on me. I just decided to keep swinging instead of rolling. When I really should have rolled. Also, I killed him... In case you don't remember, I killed him in, like, normal Firelink Shrine by knocking him off the map, which means I didn't get the stuff he dropped, and it showed up here. I think that's really neat. I think that's cool. It serves, like, no functional purpose, and that will pertain to basically nobody, but it's cool. It's a nice little detail that nobody will see, except for me, apparently, because I see a lot of weird things. Doop. Another code for it. Coiled Sword Fragment. I can't read. There are Eyes of a Firekeeper around here. I think over here, if I remember correctly, which I may or may not remember correctly. This is another illusory wall that I rolled into and died once. If I had a nickel for every time that happened, I'd have 2 nickels. I have no idea why it happened twice. On that one, I didn't roll and like clip through a wall. It's just that the like floor didn't load. No idea why the floor didn't load, but it didn't, and it killed me. I mean, it was funny, so absolutely don't mind it. It's like, I will 100% take a death if it's funny. Anytime. No problem with that. I don't need these. I'll take them anyways. I have the money.
Best.
So you can buy the priestess ring off of her. Hold on.
What?
You can buy the priestess ring off of her for 1,000 souls, and then you can kill her
Best.
for another priestess ring. Don't ask how I figured that out. Some things are best not mentioned. I definitely didn't kill her. That definitely didn't happen. But that's untended graves. I was thinking a little before recording, and I was like, wow, we've only done, what was it, 6, maybe 7 parts? And I'm already down to 3 areas left. Which, that whole thing was one area, and it took like 12 minutes. That's kind of wild. Now, I mean, the other 2 areas are a lot longer, but oh well. Still only 2 areas left. That's crazy. I was about to say, am I misremembering? But I'm not. The shield is here. This really, really good shield. I'm not gonna use it this time because I am doing katana. And because I'm doing katana, I was like, yeah, sure, why not? We can just go with a full Eastern set. It's not like what we did last time with Battle Mage, where I'm like, I can only use things that they use. Not limiting myself to that. Because of something that will very specifically come up later in this exact area. Which, hello. Thank you for not attacking me. Because these things are terrifying. Like, legitimately. Again, I just decided not to dodge. Now, here you can just stand here, because you don't want to go in there, because the dragon fire... I'm sorry. Ancient wyvern fire. What's the difference, really? I mean, something about, like, the wings. Oh, no, nope, nope, goodbye. Oh, boy. No. No. Nope. 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 I'm sorry, but... somersaulting. Get out of here. Actually, don't get out of here. Titan Lit Junk. Nice. Alright, so the Ancient Wyvern... Hi. I forgot about you. Ancient Wyvern does something very weird. Sometimes. Not always. It's just an occasional weird thing that they do. And it's just randomly die. Now, I know why they die. It's because they, like, try to turn or like move and then they fall off the map. And it only happens sometimes. And it happens more often than I think it probably should. Hello. You're also terrifying. Never seen that attack before, but I dodged it, so we'll just go with I know what I'm doing. As I get smacked in the face 20 times. Definitely. But yeah. You throw your fireballs. Yeah. You throw your fire breath. Come at me. Do it. Oh. Yeah, the guy over there. Yeah, so normally I go and I take care of them first. But didn't this time because New Game Plus. We're just... I was gonna say, either you breathe fire or you get down. And... Get out of here. There we go, there's the fire. Now, I do like how those things are actually holding the shield that you picked up earlier in the area right before the boss fight. Also, I don't know how this wooden panel doesn't succumb to ancient wyvern fire, but it doesn't. And I think people should go collect this wood, find out what tree it's from, find out what process it had undergone to make it immune to ancient wyvern fire. But if it doesn't randomly kill itself by falling off the map, like it did actually last time, then you can just do this. Look at that. 8,000 damage with a single attack. Katanas are overpowered. The Elden Ring people were right. How could we not see? Ding ding. Also, there were Nameless King statues down there. That's something of note. They shouldn't be down there. Nameless King sucks. For many, many reasons. Get your whip out of here, get your whip out of here, get your whip out of here. So, this thing has a very rare chance, it's like 2% or something, to drop its staff. And its staff is actually... Hello. Its staff is really good for people who... That's rude. But its staff is actually really good for people who want to do sorcery runs. Because it gives more souls. So it's like the Shield of Want. Of stabs. Also, I don't know why you're being so difficult right now. You don't need to be this difficult. Like, come on. 4 SS flasks? You don't need to be that difficult. But you're only supposed to get to there, on the other side of this, after beating Nameless King. But for some weird reason, the game lets you pick up the Dragon Slayer Spear before? And I don't know why, but they do. And so that's just a thing that happens, that is allowed. No. Nope. Nope. No. Ooh. Never mind. Good. Yes. I don't remember if these things get healing from the shield. Because I know you get healing from the shield, but... I mean, it makes sense if they did. I hope you enjoyed the somersault. I hope it was worth it. Because it cost you your life. Hello. Good job. Oh, I hear the second one running. I hear the second one running. I don't know what's up with the second one. Because, like... Or, yeah, you can see it there. Now, I do not understand this. This is one of the problems with trying to figure out everything yourself, is sometimes they're just things that you don't understand. And one of the things I don't understand is that second one. The third, like, twin dagger one. Oh man, you just kept going, didn't you? But it's like... Sometimes they spawn. Sometimes they don't. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, is it a New Game Plus thing? I don't think so, because I think I've seen it in New Game, because I've seen it before, and I usually play a new game. Rude. But yeah, so it spawns down there on that platform. And usually when you come over here and you get the attention of the big guy here, you also get the attention of the small one there. But also sometimes the small one there just doesn't spawn, and I have never figured out why. I've never figured it out. It makes no sense. It's completely illogical. Also, another one that'll just jump to its death to get away from you. And also, smiley face. Meaning it's an item chest, not a mimic chest. Keep telling you. 100% accuracy. Also, can we put on a bow and be under 70? That's another thing that doesn't make sense to me, is the weight ratio. Sometimes 70 makes you medium roll, like this. Sometimes it makes you heavy roll. Another thing I have never figured out. It usually makes you medium roll. It might be a thing of, like... or it might be a thing of, like, percentage. No. Where it's like... If it's 70.05 or 70.04, it's a medium roll. If it's like 70.06, it's a heavy roll. And you don't see the like 0.04 or 0.06. But I don't see how that would make total sense. That's literally the opposite of the direction I rolled, but okay. Oop. That's the dance I had with these guys. And I had no stamina. I just... Hi. Just always using stamina. Also, that comes down, you run inside, it flies up there, and then you can shoot it, and then you can shoot it, and then it'll fly away and go up over there. And then you want to get your stamina up, And then over here on the left, you can run up and avoid it. And then you can equip your bow, and you can actually lock on, and you can see the health bar there. And you can actually just shoot the dragon to death. Unlike the one in High Wall of Lothric, it won't bail, it'll actually stay until you kill it. Hold on. No. Nope. Nope. Alright. Now on to you. Hello. I don't know why you don't wear armor. And you got like a helmet. I think he has... Ah, you do a lot of damage. And you're fast. When you don't do your sword straight up thing. But I think he has... High Lord of Walnir's helmet. And then some kind of glove that I don't know. And then... I think... we have it here. I think loincloth. And then just, like, no chest piece. Which... I mean, alright. So we can go back to Firelink. We can get ourselves a few levels. Also, throughout the entirety of New Game Plus, I have not filtered out any of this. I mean, I did a tiny bit right before recording, like putting the Firekeeper set and the Prayer set and the Court Sorcerer set and stuff like that in storage, but
Welcome us. Very then take.
along with a few weapons. But outside of that,
Farewell, Ashen Maiden.
I've just not cleared it out at all. Which was certainly a decision. Drink. In the original run, I did clear it out every, like, 2 to 3 videos. Like, before starting the recording. Just so things look better. So that way I wasn't getting over cluttered with things if I was trying to show like a new weapon or new armor, or if I was trying to change equipment or something. I didn't want things to be too cluttered, so I only kept the things that I used and the things that I really liked. So it's like, I'll never use the Court Sorcerer robe, but it looks nice. So I kept it. Also, I don't know what's up with Great Shield enemies and walking, but these things will walk. I see, like, Great Axe, Goliath Axe, Colossal Axe. He will sprint straight at you. Absolutely no hesitation. Full speed ahead. That's what I want from my enemies. I want them to have blood in their eyes. I want them to be out for me. To have absolutely no hesitation. Full go, 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 go. I want to feel the pressure. Alright. We can lure you back here. It's a lot better to fight enemies one-on-one. I rolled too early. Okay. Especially when there's like a big difficult enemy. or if there's like very fast enemies. Because, I mean, oh man, just constant giants seeing me. Again, I would really love to be able to change jump to not the same button as roll, but the PC version, trying to change console controls is very strange. That's not the direction I rolled. I don't know why it does that. Where this only happens when you're locked onto enemies, but I can be holding forward and press the roll button, and then I'll roll like left and slightly backwards. And I'm just sitting here going, what? What? That makes no sense. What part of forward made you think left? It makes no sense. And it happens in all the games. And it's another thing I've never figured out. Although, I don't know if anyone knows why that happens. I mean, if anyone does, I would love to know why. And I would love to know if anyone has figured out a way to fix that. Hi. Can we learn from these things? Can we learn how to do that attack? Because that has good range and is very fast. And is used on daggers. And I think that'd be great. Like, that'd be a wonderful thing to learn. Because, I mean, hey, putting or having a ranged attack on daggers. Alright, goodbye. And chest. Smiley face means it's an item chest. 100% accuracy, I'm telling you. Now, the NPCs have a very hard time climbing ladders. Especially if you're on them. Or anywhere near them. Alright, he's coming. Something I figured out is Bloodborne. Well, I know Bloodborne is better than... But Hawkwood? Whatever. I know Bloodborne is better than Dark Souls 3. I don't know how good Elden Ring is comparatively, because that's something I have not tested. But now that I think about it, it's something I should test. Hi. Oh my god, man, sent them flying. Dude, that has negative range. Dude. That has negative range. That has so little range that I can... It'll straight up miss an enemy directly in front of me. Okay. For a second I got scared. Hi. Nope. Yeah, the hovel's terrifying. No! Why must you do this? No, no, don't! Now, Hovel in this form is very strange, because he spends all of his time walking as if he was overloaded, meaning he's got 100% or more equip load, which means you can't jog or run or roll. But then sometimes he just can run. And sometimes he just does run. And it's very strange. Again, there are a lot of strange things about these games. I still think they're very enjoyable. But I think it's important to point out when something is strange. Like how Havel was just hanging out by a dragon. And why we get this schmuck. Why do we get this guy? Why can't we have Havel to help us with the fight? Also this. Oh, you survived that one. Nice. Normally, he'll either die or just go sailing straight off into the abyss. For reasons that will never be understood. And even if you jump down that ladder, he'll still jump down. Whereas in Bloodborne, and I'm taking this experience from summoning NPCs in the Chalice dungeons, is what tends to happen is if you climb down the ladders, the NPCs will jump down. But if you jump down, Howl's Ring +1. But if you jump down, the NPCs will climb down. Also, Hawkwood is leading us. And now he's gonna vibe here. And then he's gonna dip. Which, I find that kind of funny. I don't know why he does that. I mean, I know why he does it, but if it's your first run, that probably just seems very, very strange. Anywhere there's just a Goliath dragon. So that's neat. And then there's a bunch of these things. Dragon people covered in brambles. Get this out of here. Get this nonsense out of here. Get it out of here. Alright. Enter the shrine. Now we can do a level up.
Welcomes. Very well then.
We can do a level up. Level up.
Farewell, Ashen Maiden.
So, if I remember correctly, you started out at level 10, and I ended new game at level 100, so that's 90 levels. Right now we have one boss, one very big area, admittedly, but one area, and then another 2 bosses. And we've only gained 30 levels. Which is kind of wild.
Ah.
Alright. So, feather arrows. They're long range, yes. Dupe 99. Sure. I like buying arrows, I don't know why. But just buying lots of arrows is fun.
Great ladder.
So, that one, those ashes allow you to buy an infinite amount of Titanite chunks, Twinkling Titanite, and Titanite scales. Which, this, I would really love if Bloodborne had this, because it does not. Which, makes trying to fully upgrade multiple weapons kind of a pain, because you have to grind bloodstone chunks,
Ashen.
which is no good. Now, Black Bow of Ferris, which I don't think we're going to need this, but we'll probably need extended bow range, because that does help quite a lot. So that's somewhere in here. Extends the range of bows, there we go. And to the Great Belfry. Which, the Great Belfry is a really good area for farming the stabs, because right over there is one. No one who's between you and it. And you can dip directly after, without having to fight, what's his name? Ricard. So, don't need this. We can extend the range of bows. And I know this isn't the only way to fight him, but the way you're quote-unquote supposed to fight him is a pain. I didn't realize that was heavy load. That's definitely something I should have checked beforehand. Now, this. Oh, it didn't do it that time. Oh boy. But usually when they do that attack, if it hits you once, it hits you twice. And I don't think I've ever discovered a way to dodge that attack. Which isn't to say there isn't a way. It's just that I don't know of it. Also, really should have equipped the better arrows. Because that's something I forgot to do. Now. Said. Turns out playing at 3 in the morning, not the best possible option. Turns out you don't do super well when you don't have sleep. While also going through 2 of the hardest areas in the game. And also fighting one of the hardest bosses in the game. Strange how that works. While also not having a lot of experience fighting him. I'm too greedy. What can I say? I like to be greedy. Oh boy. Alright. And we can just pelt him with arrows from afar until he does that. Which is a tiny bit hard to aim on console, but it's worth it. Definitely worth it. Don't do that. Uh, uh, definitely don't want to be here. Goodbye. That probably should have hit me, but okay. And no. Bad nameless king. Don't make me get the water bottle. But also, please don't kill me. Because the reason why I fight this boss like this is because he's one of the very, very few bosses I flat out do not enjoy fighting. And so I'd rather just cheese him. Because I mean, if a boss isn't enjoyable, then don't really want to fight him legit. But it is fun. I mean, it's basically always fun cheesing bosses. It's fun seeing stuff like that, where they use a hone bolt and just like, it just slams directly in front of them. It's like, you can tell he's trying. And I'm sorry it didn't work out. Sharpucci Katana. Alright. There we go. I mean, again, one of the very, very, very few bosses I flat out do not enjoy. Which, if I went through all of them, at least in Dark Souls 3, that's probably like 3 bosses. I mean, just off the top of my head, Nameless King and the Dancer. Because every other boss I can think of, I do enjoy. It's just those 2. But yeah, this is where you're supposed to get the Dragon Slayer Spear. And now it's open. And I don't know why you can pick it up from the other side, but you can. It's like, for me, I would actually kind of enjoy Phase 2, fighting him legit. I just don't like the absurdity of Phase 2, because, like, in Phase 1, he flies because he has a dragon. But in Phase 2, I might be wrong, but I think I remember him flying, which is very strange. But it's like, why can you, like, what's the point of the dragon then?
And the black.
Yes, I know.
Of the
And then you can get Lightning Storm, you can get a sword, or you can get a sword spear. I'm just gonna get this. Get another one of these because we can. Yeah, I also turned in all of these before
treat the function.
before starting the recording. But
Well, very well then.
personally, what I think should happen
Farewell, Ashen.
or what I
Maiden.
think should have happened, is straight up just not have a dragon in the fight. Because of things like it has the AoE fire attack where if it hits you once, it almost always hits you twice, which is almost always a one-shot kill. Even if you go out of your way to put on like the Firestone plate ring in a very high fire defensive set and be full health, it still basically always kills you. So what I would have is just, and also the hitbox is really, really weird. Especially since it's above you, which means you need, or you borderline need, a vertical attacking weapon, which most weapon classes don't really do that. Which is why I use the bow. But what I think they should have done is simply have him, like, fight him as him, and just have him do, like, normal attacks with his weapon. And then maybe have, like, dragons flying around. And then in phase 2, he can, like, kill a dragon that's flying around. And then have lightning powers or, like, storm powers or whatever. And have him do more damage, have him have more attacks, have him have some more magic. Because I think he could have been a really cool boss if you just tweaked some things. The biggest thing just being either take out the dragon or make the dragon better. Because fighting dragons in this game is kinda yikes. Which, I mean, it's not that dragons can't be done, because they're done very, very well in Elden Ring. So I think it was just, like, a limitation of its time, or maybe they didn't have enough time, or maybe they weren't experienced enough. Or maybe it was, like, an engine thing or something, but I think they should have just steered away from it. But still, I think he's a very well-designed boss. I really like his armor, I like his weapon. I just don't like fighting him. At least in phase 1. In phase 2, he's great. In the once-in-a-lifetime, when I actually decide to fight him legit. But yeah, after this, we just have the Grand Archives, Prince Lothric, and then Soul of Cinder. And we can probably do that in an hour. Like, honestly, New Game Plus, not going getting every single item, not going and getting every single detail, we could probably breeze through that in an hour. I mean, just, let's be honest. And that might be the last one, so, yeah.